I'm killing Sunday.
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder their fates.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of the Astral Express.
We have some friends, dude.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that point yet, have we?
No, we have.
Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone, and have been widely observed. Oh, I intend to. But that hinges on the outcome of this negotiation.
How about I bang you over the head and impale you on a fucking spike?
If it is the Order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands.
Uh-huh.
And just as the family has always proclaimed, no one can be harmed in the dreamscape. Least of all in the beautiful new world belonging to the Order. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the vanquished to the brink of life. Natural selection. The world abides by this principle, establishing the well-being of humanity atop the corpses of the downtrodden. Only we, or rather, I, possess the power to put an end to this farce.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon? No one's ever done such a thing.
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand one another through peaceful means.
This is not peaceful, you asshole.
I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express, for Penacony, and for this stretch of the universe. Words can hardly do justice to the beauty of that ideal.
I seriously want to just fucking stab this guy with my lance.
Come with me, everyone.
No.
Let us retrace our steps, and see once again where this road leads.
While his back is turned, let's both just fucking stab him. March, shoot him, you get your fucking orbital laser in here. In here, Firefly activates Stam and fucking... and fuck this guy up. I'll stab him with a lance and beat him over the head with a bat. Fuck this.
Huh? Where'd he go?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world. The reason the scenery before you remains unchanged is because your consciousness has drawn on similar concepts to fill in the gaps.
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process.
Uh-huh.
Stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before, so she should understand what it entails. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything from you. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. The road we once took begins here. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you. I believe after going through similar predicaments, you'll be able to better understand my thoughts.
Fuck off.
Let's begin. The first decision. A story about a baby bird.
Yeah, we
This
know.
story happened when Robin and I were very young, later on.
I know this. Fucking watch the
That
previous
baby
video.
bird was tiny. If we decided to build a nest for it, right, it was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood note. We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, its destiny was determined. Now, I pass the power of choice to you all. Faced with this situation, what choice would you make? Stick to the original plan and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell, or build a cage for it and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home.
Yeah, no.
Eagerly await your answer.
We're going with this one. No matter how laggy my game is right now. Yes.
Interesting. Since you've made up your mind,
Jeez, my game is
allow me to
lagging
reveal
like
what
crazy
fate
right now.
this choice will bring to the fledgling. From what I've observed, there are at least 3 predators in that yard that prey on small birds. The Vossical scorpion, Asdana wolf. Even if they shy away from humans, these animals are still near apex predators in a fenced location like a yard. In such a location, only one fate. As for the choice you made, I am deeply sorry. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the problems, and it was during that period that I
Jeez,
had the
my game's
opportunity to
lagging
hear
like
voices
hell.
from all. He was a dream chaser
So yeah, we've seen that.
and an illegal stowaway. He told me,
Oh yeah, this guy.
I sold everything I could at home. He had
Oh,
a
yeah,
plan
this
in
guy.
place. He would buy back after hearing the Dream Chaser's story. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, I'd like what you do as I did, and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit, so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes. Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels, until his inevitable judgment arrives?
Yeah, I hate to tell you this, but I'm going with that one, because
I look
fuck that
forward
guy.
to everyone's decisions.
No, fuck that guy, dude. He sold his children. Yeah, no, fuck him. Fuck that guy.
It seems you, like me, are pondering whether a different choice could have led to a better outcome. Sadly, his fate would say he never gets caught. He would only die from delirium. The methods with which illegal stowaways enter dreams are unorthodox. Not flawless like the hotels, should he be apprehended. Could the hounds afford to turn a blind eye? The answer is a definitive no. They couldn't bear the resulting consequences, and thus wouldn't dare extend a helping hand. As to your choice, I once again offer my heart. And the story this time is... This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family. What surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. He let me read its contents. The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering how this letter related to our discussion, the Dream Master began to speak.
Just a sec, I'm getting a fucking possible thumbnail here of this asshole.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister containing mere
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue. Do you?
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina.
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray... A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. To spread, she hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IPC's medical supplies.
Is she all right?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering in the field hospital. By the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her
Those damned savages! Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments.
How could this happen?
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in likewise. I've prepared one last question, because this is merely a figment of imagination, a nightmare that has haunted me through countless nights. Would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony?
Yes. 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 One, it's her choice to make. Two, she's doing it because she genuinely wants to help other people. That's good.
I see. I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the order, where the strong govern the weak. I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because this is not what happiness is at all. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
Again, I would like to point this out. There's always a balance here, right? Life, there's no such thing as a purely happy life. Like, I don't care what you ask some people, right? Some people might have had more happy things in their life than others, but there is always has to be a balance and a trade-off. In order for there to be happy moments, there have to be sad ones. Like, you cannot just live purely happily and never experience sorrow. That's not living. Because then you don't understand the value of everything, you know? You can't understand the value of those happy moments without knowing how down and how bad the sorrowful ones feel. Like, it's not an existence worth existing. You know? Hate to get fucking philosophical, but...
Of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. People lured in by this illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences bear the burden. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison, a place dictated only by the rule of survival of the fittest. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. They can cast aside their primal instincts to build a haven for mankind.
Again, no. I've already said it, I'm not
Simply
saying it
describing
again.
Thoughts is far too abstract. So allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, there are societal norms like weekends and long weekends that exist on some worlds. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls.
Yeah?
And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. They can live out their lives happily during these brief intermissions. It's just a pity that 2 or 3 days are still too fleeting compared to the span of a lifetime. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. This should be the face of the new world, idyllic, eternal, peaceful days.
My dude, you were egotistical as hell.
And thus, every person can return to their base
Gee,
selves
what?
in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into calculating the distance between us and the isolated world of Pagana. Meanwhile, some seek refuge in quiet corners, holding one another, unencumbered by the chains of unwelcome obligations. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity face the inevitable end with the purest of spirit. Living a life of dignity. This is what it is to live in bliss.
Fuck you.
Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
It sounds like a flawless theory.
No, there's multiple flaws. There are so many.
What is the price to attain all this?
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary awakening until the end of the cosmos.
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending.
No, it's forsaking, alright.
Blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as to why we sleep, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams. But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature. And from there, show compassion and protection.
I would just like to point something out to you, Sunday. First of all, I hardly ever dream. Almost never, and whenever I do, it's nightmares, so I prefer to live in the waking world, to be completely honest. Hence why I'm up at 2:30 in the morning recording.
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet you express compassion for all. Even when your heart pities them. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright.
Literally, yes.
The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide.
Yes.
Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak. Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer.
It's called a stab in the back, please.
I leave it to you. Just as Mr. McHale instructed before. Tell him our choice.
Excuse me? What do you mean by Mr. McHale instructed? Hold on. What do you mean? The Watchmaker. What do you mean? Not long ago. No, it feels like an age ago.
Is this place?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know. But I feel a sense of deja vu.
Uh-huh.
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless. But weirdly, when we entered it, It was completely empty. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble can't take shape if its core is empty. So I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha. As a hotel doorman, you know Penacony best among us.
I don't know much about dream bubbles. But if you want to figure out what this mansion is, I'll do my best.
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream bubble?
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But since Misha feels familiar with this place, my hunch might be correct.
Yeah, I know this
Exactly.
fucking room.
This is where you and Firefly encountered death, which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, it's not surprising it appeared here. The question now is, who brought you here? Based on the clues we have so far, it's unlikely to be that masked fool. So identifying them is crucial to us. We're drawing closer to the truth once more. Let's give Misha some time, as I believe he'll unveil the secret of this dream bubble.
I would just like to point something out. Misha has a Trailblazer badge on him. He's the only Penacony character to have a Trailblaze badge on them, by the way.
But there are doors all
As far as
over
I can
the
tell.
place. Which one should we choose? Do you have any idea, Misha?
I don't know, when I was choosing doors, they kept fucking teleporting me all over the place back into the same room.
I guess... maybe this way?
This room is scarily empty.
Mikhail, that's the name. Now we all know him as the Watchmaker. So, who is he talking to? Do you know anything about it, Misha?
I'm sorry. I don't know much about the Watchmaker. But... Mikhail...
Anything special about that name?
Mikhail... is Grandpa's name.
Grandpa? Do you mean you're the Watchmaker's grandson?
But we haven't heard anything about the Watchmaker having descendants. And the name Mikhail is not rare. Perhaps it's merely a coincidence.
I highly doubt it.
Could you tell us more about your grandpa, Mikhail?
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and storms. He was always on the sea and had lots of friends who accompanied him on his travels. He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. He believed he was still young. The name Mikhail was given to him by his parents, Mihaly and Elise, both renowned seafarers. Every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventures at sea. I want to become a great adventurer, just like him.
It appears that the Seafarer has nothing to do with the Watchmaker.
No, no,
So,
it's the Watchmaker.
Perhaps it's... So, where is your grandpa now?
He went off on a new journey, and it's been quite a while since I last saw him. I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead.
This is strangely kind of making sense, but also not at the same time. Again, Penacony in a nutshell.
Embedded in the dreams of all seafarers, every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves, it feels as though I'm back in this place, standing by your side.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah, I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He used to say, that despite the perils of the sea, whenever he stood on the deck in the afternoon, overlooking the sparkling waves, he would think of this fountain in front of his house. He often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side, and the difficulties at sea didn't seem quite as challenging.
You know, I quite understand such sentiments.
Oh god.
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded in the unknown, the fountain in front of his house serves as a compass, leading him back to his cherished homes.
I'm just saying this, I am making some very terrible decisions. I hate it when a story just fucking wraps me in. It makes me not want to leave, like right now, right? Because it's been 2 weeks for you guys now, right? You guys had a Wuthering Waves video last week. Most likely we'll be having another one next week. For me, it's the same day as recording that video 2 weeks ago, right? I'm making some terrible fucking decisions because of the fact that I'm so raptured in this, dude. I'd want to keep fucking playing, right? Keep recording these videos and stuff, right? Right? Meanwhile, it's a school day coming up, Monday, right? And it's like almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Hey, I'm lucky that at present in most of my classes we're doing barely anything.
Yeah. Well, Grandpa was at home. We would stand by the fountain and place the compass, a toy boat that I made, into the pool. Back then, I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him, and he would always laugh and say I was still too young.
It seems this Mikhail is truly a seafarer.
No, March, are you not connecting the dots?
Based on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the dream bubble appear to be his childhood memories.
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an ordinary life, with no connection to Penacony at all. Could this be some sort of metaphor?
I'm sorry. I don't know, but my memories keep pouring out uncontrollably, like water flowing from a fountain. Perhaps I'll remember more things if we go further.
It's also bad that I'm doing this in this long of a stretch because of the fact that my computer's overheating so fucking much. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'll keep saying it like every fucking video. I really need a new fucking computer.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No, we should turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
Up ahead is Grandpa's study. It was in that room that I saw him.
Whoa, everyone chill the fuck out.
The atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Misha! You finally come!
Clocky, you're here! Yeah. This is the room where we first met each other.
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the bookshelf in his room. They contain records of his expeditions to every corner of the world. He described our world as a fountain. At some point, the sea started to gradually swallow up the land where people lived to ensure that everyone had land to settle on. He had to continue exploring the sea in search for the source of the rising seawater. On that day, he called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on another journey. However, I could sense the gravity in his expression. It was the same look I had seen on my father's face before his final voyage. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere and told me to stay home and patiently await a certain sound at the door.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky.
Stop with the fucking
An ocean
smart
of stars. He spoke of a train that transports children with the desire to venture far away, traversing the sea of stars without ever stopping. He said that he knew the crew on the train, and that he had asked them to take me along. He said the journey I had always dreamed of would start there.
A train? Could it be?
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless who came to this world to resolve a disaster caused by a star. Then, he gave his pocket watch to me. It was his cherished treasure, appearing in every one of his adventure tales. He explained that difficult times were ahead, but assured me that the watch would guide me. He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desired destination. And then, it was as if I heard the distant sound of a train whistle, echoing throughout the room.
Exactly, Misha. And then we followed that whistle, didn't we?
Yeah. I think I can still find the way we took back then.
What the fuck is going on?
This is the dream jigsaw, right?
Do you remember? You said you obtained them.
Hey, the shape seems to match.
Looks like we're just one step from revealing the truth.
What the fuck is going on? Wait, where's this? Huh? It's the fucking painting. Paint. Why did I say it like that? Painting. Fucking painting. The fucking music in Penacony, like this kind of music right here, just reminds me of fucking walking down,
Is my room of clocks.
what's it called? The, what the fuck is it called? Main Street at Disneyland, dude.
While I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return from his voyage, Walter gave me this workshop, and it became my secret base here. I learned how to repair clockwork and gears, out of my fondness for precision mechanics. In my dreams, I was the captain of the compass, embarking on adventures with my companions, Clocky and Miss Mirror, in search of the new world.
God, my game's lagging again.
I was born and raised here.
So, this building in the dream bubble is your childhood home.
Yes, but not exactly. To be more precise, this dream bubble itself is my home.
Okay, now I'm confused. Also, could my game stabilize itself?
Looks like you've remembered everything now.
Jeez, the lag.
Why does it feel like everyone else knows something I don't?
March, I'm with you on this one.
March, do you remember when she mentioned the clocky that only she could see?
Oivig, I'm clicking to fucking continue, but the game is lagging so
Yeah,
much.
the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in Dreamflux Reef, right? And Mr. Yang even greeted him.
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. Her experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this clocky. And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have
Jesus
noticed
Christ, the lag is bad. Holy
none
fuck.
of the crew had ever talked with Clocky.
Jeez, the
A
lag.
mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few. It's just like a hidden message, left by someone for the nameless.
But Misha can see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But Misha hasn't started the way of the Trailblaze yet.
Are you? I think I get it now. Are you that?
That's the key to the mystery, March. Now, take a moment to recall. Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew interact with Misha?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like literally no one acknowledges Misha's existence apart from us as well. Jesus Christ, the lag!
No way!
Oh my God, the lag.
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. And I'm a dweller in this dream. Just like a memory zone meme. I should have stayed here and waited for you. When reality and memories merged, I unconsciously pushed open that door and left the bubble with Clocky.
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, but rather the stuff inside ran away? And the whistle you heard was the sound of the express arriving at Penacony?
That's one way to see it, but I believe there's a longer story behind all this. It's best for Misha himself to explain all the details. How about we start with your name? Now, should we call you Misha, or...
Mikhail.
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. Now, please allow me to reintroduce myself.
Mikhail, right?
I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system. Adopted by seafarers Mikhail and Char.
Okay.
They gave me a treasure. A name that carried their hopes.
Hello?
Mikhail Char Legwork.
Mm-hmm.
Or simply, Misha.
Mm-hmm. Right there.
If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name. The Watchmaker.
Yep. What'd I say? What have I been saying? Watchmaker's Misha.
So, you're the Watchmaker himself?
Don't act so
Unfortunately,
surprised.
That legendary figure is no more. I am only a reflection of his life.
A very laggy one at that. Penacony is breaking my computer right now.
As the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. A friend of Clocky. A young apprentice. And a future mechanic on the Express. And this also marks the beginning of his journey, devoted to the Trailblaze.
Jesus Christ. I'm clicking for it to continue.
The journey.
That is creepy.
I left this little flame, which I so cherished, in my deepest dreams, hoping to pass it on to the nameless of future generations.
Oh my God, the lag.
However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he? I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it. And that's why he mistakenly appeared as a hotel doorman in her dream from the very beginning. The one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha. If that's the case, we encountered the Watchmaker's legacy from the beginning, didn't we?
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. Perhaps that's what every nameless has to go through. But in the end, you found me. I'm sure you're all wondering what my legacy is. I believe my hound has mentioned the Stellaron and my wealth. If I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. As for my wealth, however, it's nothing more than a baseless rumor.
I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of trailblazing.
Lag I am experiencing right now.
Various
Ah!
until finally reaching Esdana, where my friends and I built the original Penacony and fought for its future ever since. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. But ultimately, my journey reached its end, and I left behind no possessions worth entrusting. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, I suppose it's the things that are still burning in the engine's furnace. Now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you, for the path of Trailblaze is never paved by others.
Alright, you're giving me the hat though, right?
There's a story and 2 gifts.
One is the fucking hat.
I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, guiding that naive child forward, and has been blessed with the presence of so many great people up to this day. And my hat too.
And there it is.
The one who navigated for me placed it on my head and planted a fanciful thought in my mind. The trailblazing expedition will never end. Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door and enter the long dream of an old man. I'll be waiting for you
The hat.
at the end of this corridor of time.
Fucking hat. Man, can't we get to
All right,
get to
everyone.
the
Let's make a
gameplay without
decision.
fucking lag?
Although I don't think anyone will have any objections.
Of course. We've come this far. Surely there's no other option than moving forward.
Can we fix the lag first?
In that case, it's unanimous. Then let's proceed together to the end of this dream and tell Mikhail our decision.
Oh god, this is bad. Hello? My eyes. Oh, no, no, Kai. And we've officially hit 3 o'clock. Hell yeah.
Mikhail, where are you going?
Someone has to step up and save Lushaka. So why can't it be me, Misha?
Please don't go. And if you must, please take me with you. Don't leave me alone.
Even without me, you know how to proceed forward, brave Captain Misha. The compass is waiting for you. Haven't you always wanted to be a better adventurer than me? Now go, board that train and start your journey.
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the floor in the parlor car. I've promised the conductor.
Wait, first tell me, did you fix this watch?
Yeah?
I know what it looked like before. Its chain was broken, the back case torn, and the marks on the dial all worn out. How did you manage to fix it?
Well, it's hard to explain, but I knew it could be fixed. It's the hands, Mr. Amundsen. Its hands were intact and pointing in the right direction, so I knew there would be a way to fix the rest.
I see. You'll work with me from now on. Haven't you always wanted to tinker with this train? You're its mechanic now. As for the conductor, I'll do the talking.
But I only know how to fix watches.
Don't worry. You've got what it takes. I'll teach you what you need to know.
Where are you going, legwork? It's time to head to our next stop. I'm staying in Astana with Rosalina and Tiernan.
I see. This place reminds you of home.
The people of Astana have only achieved a tiny victory, and still have a long way to go towards true freedom.
I like this art style.
Nunu needs us. Don't worry, not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if I leave the Express, our path of Trailblaze will continue.
Yeah. I knew you wouldn't stay on the Express forever. Leave in peace, my friend. And, take this with you.
This is Mr. Amundsen's hat. But why?
When he departed, he said he would leave it to his best student. Well, I suppose the time has come. Farewell, Legwork. Take care of Tiernan and Rosalina. And don't forget to write to us.
Where are you going, Watchmaker?
Don't worry, Micah. Just going on a little trip. Someone has to be at the forefront of
Micah, isn't that
Interstellar
one-
Frontier, and I'm the only former nameless in Penacony. So why can't it be me?
Because you're all we have. Have you forgotten about Tiernan? The cosmos is way more dangerous now. What will happen to Penacony if we lose you too?
But what will happen to Penacony if we don't find a way out? Ah, Tiernan. How could I ever forget him? I've spent countless sleepless nights asking myself why I didn't go with him back then. We Nameless won't stop. Don't worry, Micah. It's just a matter of getting back to my old profession. Just wait for me to come back. But if, and it's a big if I don't come back in one piece, then you'll become the next Watchmaker.
Where are you going, old man?
Oh, you're here.
Answer my question. What are you up to?
Gallagher.
Relax, Gallagher. I just came up with a great idea. Wanna hear it?
Oh, come on. Aren't all your ideas just ways to get yourself killed? I may be blunt here, but you're the last remaining hero in Penacony. If you die too, the secret of Stellaron will go to the grave with you.
Yes. I'm afraid there's no way out in Penacony, so I'll have to consider alternatives beyond Asdana. We'll organize a festival using the Watchmaker's legacy as a facade, and send invitations to the entire cosmos to gather people here.
My man planned this all out.
A desperate struggle against the family?
Desperate? Don't we have you here, my friend? This task is challenging, but what hasn't been challenging for us along the way? Well, whatever you do, remember, make sure to send an invitation to the Astral Express.
Misha! Where are you going?
Oh, it's you, Clocky. Take me to Dreamflux Reef. Last night, I had a long dream about the day we met. I want to write down that dream.
Write it down? Why?
Oh, so I won't forget it. Do you remember how you got your name, Clocky?
Of course! You told me that when you were a kid, you lived in a room full of clocks. Those wall clocks and pocket watches grew up with you and were your best friends.
Yes, but what I didn't mention was there's a funny misunderstanding behind it. I was a kid, and there was always a special pocket watch in my memories. It was with my grandpa, guiding him on his sea voyages and leading the way in his every adventure story.
Gee.
I wanted to have a pocket watch like that too. And that's when you appeared in my dreams.
Yeah. Every night, we boarded the compass. and set sail together.
But you know what? It wasn't until the day my grandpa gave it to me that I realized it wasn't a pocket watch at all. It was a compass. So your name should have been Compassy, and the watchmaker is just a nameless.
Wow. Why am I Misha?
We've arrived at Dreamflux.
All of a sudden the game is running a lot smoother. What the?
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else.
Rest
I've traveled
I
far enough. It's time for a little break.
Oh. So, we'll set out again. When you're rested?
No, I'll stay here. And then, this is where it ends.
This is... where it ends? What do you mean, Misha? You told me that the trailblazing expedition would never end.
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, it's up to you to decide your next destination.
Next destination? What's that supposed to be? I've been following you. Misha? You're acting weird today. If you're feeling down, we can just do what we usually do. With the clockwork.
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, do you know what clockwork actually is?
I'm not quite sure.
No, neither do I.
Well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go. That happens in this dreamscape and beyond. But don't worry. Everyone goes through moments of uncertainty and hesitation. Eventually, they gather the courage to make bold decisions. Whether it's calming, joyful, angry, or sad. All they need is a little nudge to take that step toward where they truly belong. I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the Trailblaze.
Oh, cutscene.
Clocky's
Cutscene.
hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
The fucking hat.
Just like your hands.
Seriously, why is his face a different art style?
This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Are you fucking joking?
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore and venturing even further.
Hey, still, you get to speak, hell yeah.
Penacony Mikhail's dreams does not belong to order.
Hi, Zipe. Fucking love it when the Trailblazer actually gets to talk. Hey, what's wrong, buddy? Looks like you've seen a ghost.
That Eon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this. Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or perhaps the bond between you is so strong that it even impresses an Eon.
Well, there might be another
Lag again. Lag
Perhaps they
again.
want to
Can we stop
witness
with the lag?
the fallen eons. Who will hold the future of Penacony?
that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak family, I'm extending a formal invitation to all of you. I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, you won't be in the audience, but on the center stage, since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire
Can we just blow up the
cosmos is at
fucking
stake.
stage with it?
Let's draw a conclusion there. In all fairness, if you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.
Just fucking stab the guy while he's walking away. I know it's a dream and technically he can't die, but fuck it. Look at that fucking artwork, dude. That, holy shit, that artwork, Acheron. Hold up here, dude. I'm dissecting this. Acheron, Aventurine, we got fucking Sparkle over here, Firefly. I think that's... I'm fairly certain that's Black Swan, obviously Clocky, Gallagher, Robin. Yo, this is amazing artwork, dude. And yeah, it's imaginary. Start trial, hell yeah. No, I'm putting this in the video, dude. I'm putting this in the video, man. You're gonna experience my first time experiencing this. Cause yes, I could have watched the videos they posted, but no, I wanted to experience it firsthand. Are you fucking joking? What is this, dude? Are you fucking joking?
Please stay tuned.
Motherfucker literally was like, here, let's take some. Was like, here, let's take some tips from Aventurine.
Please stay tuned.
Let's see how this team works, too. Like, I always like looking at these, you know, so that I can get a good understanding of what, like, they kind of use to build up the team, you know. I'll look at that on my own time, though.
Please stay tuned.
Alright, let's see this, everybody. Oh, yeah.
Time to
Now
test
you...
our rapport.
Are you fucking joking? Oh, that isn't... Yo, look at that fucking artwork there, dude. It's amazing. This is so... Yo, Stell's rocking it, though. Honestly, Stell's rocking it.
Enemy targets detected.
Alright, we can fast forward
Ready
through
for
this.
another?
Step up, let's see ya.
We're only here to see the new Trailblazer stuff. See the single target. Okay, that's just what I expected it would be. Just the throwing the hat. Alright.
It's time.
Alright, let's see it.
Just right.
Honestly, she fucking rocks it, dude.
Let the show begin.
Oh my god, they showed... There's no fucking shot. There is no fucking shot, dude. For all of you who saw that, right? In the White Knight, music video teaser for Penacony, right? They showed that exact, the end of that, super animation. They showed that exact thing at the end of the fucking thing. Like,
Let's improvise.
oh my god, I love it. I'll cut back to when I'm done with this. We saw everything we need to see now. I'll get rid of all those later. Alright, what are we doing now?
Does that mean he wants to fight us during the Charmony Festival?
I'm afraid so.
This is weird. Aren't our villains usually plotting some dirty conspiracy? conspiracy in the end?
Yeah.
But he actually said something like, "In all fairness." Could it be that he's underestimating us?
Most likely.
Well, in my opinion, Sunday is deeply committed to his own philosophy. And
No shit.
genuinely wants to prove that the Order is right. I sensed a strong conviction and a desire for dominance in him. Maybe he won't accept the outcome unless he wins fair and square.
Which is strange because he hasn't been playing fair and square at all this entire time, really. And if you guys are hearing a bunch of stuff in the background, I'm trying to make sure that this overheating computer of mine doesn't, like, I don't know, affect anything else.
That's why he'll give it
I mean, the
his all
tape,
when
I
you
mean,
get
this
home.
wooden desk I have it on is burning hot, which is not a good thing. But, hey, nothing I can do about that. Oy vey. Again, I have a few $100s saved up. I'm still trying to save up more for a fucking actual new computer. We won't back down either.
Yeah, you're right. We've even dealt with a Lord Ravager of the Destruction.
Literally, yes,
The ruler
actually.
of the Order won't be a big deal.
Anyway,
Yeah, seriously.
Stellaron unchecked. This is about trailblazing a bright future for Penacony and fulfilling Mikhail's and his predecessors' long-cherished wishes. Now that we've taken up the mantle, we can't afford to fail them.
Okay, cool. We need to save well, though.
However, the same applies to the Order. Their plan didn't materialize overnight. And they have the profound collective consciousness of the planet of festivities behind them. A desire to dream. To slumber and escape reality. All those hidden emotions have given birth to the sweet dream of the Order. They've harnessed the will of an entire planet to create an Eon. This confrontation is far more complicated than a simple power struggle. To secure Penacony's future, fighting on the stage alone is not enough.
What do you mean? Are you not coming with us?
Firefly,
I believe Firefly is trying to say that she's heading off to another battle.
Firefly, what are you getting yourself into? Please be safe. Please be safe. I can't lose you again.
Before I left, the Destiny Slave told me that this journey would bring unforgettable rewards. Even though the script he gave me only had a few lines, I couldn't ignore them. Because one of the lines said, "I'll experience death 3 times in the land of dreams."
3 times? This can't be serious, right?
The first time was a painful death when I was stabbed by the Blade of Dormancy, which led to all subsequent events. The script will always come true, but in a way that will only be revealed when that page is turned. So now I've understood the meaning of my second death. And I am prepared to face it.
I'm not prepared.
If all goes well, my efforts will provide crucial support for you.
No.
By
No.
achieving
We are not
victory
doing
in
this.
this battle, can we secure a future for Penacony? And only then, my third and final death won't come true in the most terrible form.
No. What? No.
Death, where everyone in Penacony loses themselves completely in the eternal sweet dream of the Order.
We must do everything we can to prevent that.
We are not losing Firefly.
Made up your mind, Firefly?
Yes. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Thank you again for your assistance for the Astral Express. May we meet again?
Yeah. Farewell, everyone. May your trailblazing expedition never end.
No, I don't like this. I know she's coming out as a playable character in the 2.3 patch, but I don't like this. Hold on a second here. Wait. Firefly? Firefly?
I dreamed of a scorched earth.
Everyone, are you ready?
A new shoot sprouted from the earth,
No, they're not doing this song.
bloomed in the morning sun, and whispered to me. Like fireflies to a flame, life begets death. May we meet again in reality.
After today, Japella's name will disappear.
Yeah, we
from
already
God's
heard
next
this.
Stop.
Land of the dream.
I hope you find
You mean my 3 deaths?
Silverwolf told me about it. It's such a shame that it's not part of my script.
Well, I want to live. I'm never afraid of death. The opposite of death is eternal life, and that's something I'll never desire. People die, and I am no exception. Death is like a script, a fate that cannot be defied.
I don't like the fact that they're talking about a lot of deaths surrounding Firefly. I don't like
Have
this.
to choose where we want to rest forever.
Do you exist just to perish?
Are you not the same, Blade? The end you desire is not one dictated by others. If I were to die now, I would only be a weapon. I believe I should die as a human, though its definition escapes me. Isn't this the answer that ordinary people look for their whole lives? A name that can be carved onto their tombstone. A tombstone that belongs to me once bore the inscription, Glamoth's Iron Cavalry. Then it changed to Stellaron Hunter. But one day, it will bear the name Firefly. And all the brilliance she showed at the end of her life.
I don't like the fact that they're talking about a lot of deaths surrounding Firefly. I don't like this. In the meantime.
Quite unexpected, old man. Who would have thought your crazy plan would actually work? Do all you nameless fools just act on a whim? I can sense that this false sweet dream is coming to an end. The nameless may be young, but they had the ability to achieve this goal. Just like you did in your time.
I'm still wondering why that's a different art style
It's a shame you
entirely.
won't be able to see it firsthand. Maybe I won't either. Once something fictional is seen through, it ceases to exist. Yeah, not just those nameless. Even Mr. Wings is just like you. Stubborn, won't listen or give up, no matter what. Well, fate is unpredictable, I guess. If we weren't bound by those cursed paths, maybe we could have had some good talks. But in the end, we managed to do it. Now we can find solace. Remember how those idiots cursed us? They said, "Go to hell, you worthless traitors." Well, I don't know if they really meant it, but if longing for freedom means going to hell, then I'll be joining you soon, you fool. Let's get together and have supper again in hell. Oh, almost forgot. There's one more thing. Here's to you. A glass of hello and goodbye, Trailblazer. To the imperfect tomorrow.
It's warm here, isn't it?
Oh.
You're lucky to have found shelter from the rain. Let alone fresh berries in this desolate place.
Why? Why? The second second I was like, oh, this seems like a nice place for me to stop for today, maybe get at least 2 hours of sleep. Sleep, all of a sudden they fucking bring Acheron back into the thing. Could you just have a pause in the storytelling for one fucking moment, please? Oh god, my sleep schedule is fucked.
I was just following the scent of life. It's particularly strong in a place like this. It's a shame these berries don't have much flavor.
Seriously? In case you didn't know, this fruit is pretty juicy. The only downside is that when you chew it, it becomes extremely spicy. Have you lost your sense of taste?
I can still taste certain things, like a faint sweetness. Before coming here, I stopped by a place called Orkron. It had barren cliffs and nights lit by bonfires. Burgundy snow would fall from the sky, and when it landed on my tongue, it tasted like raspberries. The flavor wasn't exactly sweet, but it left a lasting impression. When I think back on my past, I realize that what's tying everything together isn't the big events, but rather these small yet unforgettable moments. Don't worry about it. Losing oneself is a reality that every self-annihilator must face. At least I haven't completely lost my senses and memories yet.
Well, congratulations on adding another footnote to your journey. By the way, are you always alone?
I'm just gonna say this, right? The fact that they're showing like her interacting with this guy so much, and the fact that they're just doing like question marks, they're gonna reveal who this is eventually, right?
No, I had a companion in Orkron. She's a short, nameless girl who aspired to explore IX. She always said she'd walk a path deeper and farther than Akavili's.
Quite an ambition for such a small girl. So, what happened?
She became stagnant water.
Well, my condolences.
Condolences. I don't need them. The girl left with a smile. She never regretted her choice and most definitely wanted me to say goodbye with a smile. So, that's what I did.
That's proof that you're grieving for her.
Or perhaps I'm just afraid.
Afraid? I rarely sense that emotion from you. What do you fear?
I'm afraid I'll forget the 30 days I spent with her. Just like all the other days in my life. Most of them have already washed away with the rain, disappearing into an unseen realm. I fear that those vivid red memories will fade away too. There isn't much color left. And besides this faint, warm red, there's almost nothing.
Hard to imagine. A ranger accustomed to bloodshed, destruction, and chaos finding warmth in the red color.
Because I have experienced this warmth many times. Long ago, I promised someone that I'd bring it to more people. And that for every remaining moment of my life, I'd strive for a better ending for all. As long as this red color still lingers, I have a chance to fulfill that promise. It represents a burning fire, a blooming flower, the berries in this cave, and life itself, fleeting yet still dazzling.
Hey, this is good.
In the end, it will lead me beyond the horizon of existence. And on the other side, I will cut off Nihility.
The one blessed by the sleeping and shapeless is considering how to kill them. That's truly pure nihility.
Yeah?
But you're right about one thing. After spending so much time near this stagnant water, only when I look at this vibrant red fire do I realize that I'm still alive.
When will this rain ever stop?
Perhaps when the sorrows of the departed have finally quieted down, the sky will clear up.
Forces of hours until Charmony Festival.
Have
Oh, we're
you
back
heard
here.
of a planet named Biari Scamandros, Don Hung?
Huh?
It's one of the Paradise Kingdoms under the influence of the Harmony. A sought-after wonderland for the inhabitants of the Dardanu Major and Minor systems. Half an Amber era ago, the family held an unprecedented festival there. And after that, everyone on the planet became part of the family.
Do you think the same thing will happen on Penacony?
Yes.
Yes. Or how else can we explain it? The family deliberately used the Watchmaker's invitation to keep all the Pathstriders here, but banished the Emanator of the Nihility.
Because of the Nihility, I'm rarely affected by the power of other paths, but somehow I can unconsciously infiltrate them. Maybe that's the risk they're trying to avoid.
I would disagree. Biari Scamandros is not part of the credit system or connected to the Silver Rail. It's nothing more than a remote civilization sheltered by the Harmony. But Penacony is different. If the family messes with Penacony, that would be like declaring war on almost half of the factions in the cosmos. They have no reason to do that.
No, they don't. If they truly serve the Harmony, that is.
What do you mean?
The path in Penacony is impure. The Harmony here has impurities.
Do you remember the ancient swarm disaster? Tazeronth, the propagation, brought endless havoc to the universe, and it eventually evolved into a fierce battle among all eons. Two paths lost their eons in that war, the propagation and the Order. Coincidentally, their downfall is related to a certain eon.
Xipe, the Harmony. Legend has it that they participated in the crusade against the Imperator Insectorum and devoured Anna the Order for unknown reasons.
Holy forgaroni. So you're saying that the two leaderless paths were working behind the scenes?
But I don't see any descendants of the propagation in Penacony. Could it be that the remnants of Beyond the Skyquire are hiding within the family, trying to resurrect a fallen eon?
Yes.
I can't say for sure, but they're definitely planning something for the Charmony Festival.
This is getting way too complicated. Is this why you want us to leave Astana right away? Are you giving up?
The Charmony Festival will start soon. There's one thing that I need to confirm no matter what. A warp jump is the best way to do so.
Which is what exactly?
Time is running out.
Why do you... What is it that you need to confirm, though? Is it the fact that, like, when we warp jumped here, the Trailblazer and Acheron shared that dreamscape for a
I
bit?
have another plan.
Hold on. Are you thinking of using the Jade Abacus of Allying Oath?
Exactly. The assistance from the Lawful Cloud Knights would be enough.
Think it over carefully. You can only use that once in your lifetime.
I have considered it thoroughly. My companions are... They're also once-in-a-lifetime treasures.
The hell was it that? The... Three system hours into... Gah!
Are you the only one here, my child? The Nameless is quite the diplomat. Our secrets have spread like wildfire within the family. And IPC starships are gathering towards Astana. This is a crucial moment for us. So, where is the chosen one who harmonizes the varied sounds
What do you mean, Master? I'm right here in front of you, aren't I?
You know, she was supposed to be the star of the Charity Festival. In our plan.
But the plan has changed. As her brother, I know she doesn't want to sing for the Order. So I'll take her place.
You've always been wise beyond your years. I'm sure you understand the consequences of your choice.
If you
What's with the music in the background?
Well, there can't be two suns in the sky. I'll step up and take down the other sun if necessary.
Do you believe karma?
If karma exists, then everyone has their own karma. You have yours, and I have mine. And my karma has nothing to do with you, Mr. Gopherwood.
All right. Since you're willing to sacrifice yourself for her, I'll grant your wish.
Well, the compromise came sooner than expected. Why?
You and your sister were born as twins of the Order. And one of you is destined to follow this path to the end.
Is this part of your plan?
Of course. You're still as clever as you were when you were a child.
This is getting...
The opening is near. Go, my child. Seize the power of the Harmony and reveal your karma.
Just a second. Recording reset. Are you enjoying Gaming Part? Not right now. Anyway.
I have one final question, Master. Why did you choose to bring the Order to Penacony? Wouldn't it have been better to choose a desperate world instead of a city filled with hope and dreams? Why?
This is so Hersher domination looking with all the fucking loading things and the mannequins. I don't like it. I'm having flashbacks. I'm having way too many flashbacks right now.
It's for justice, my child. If we lose justice in our hearts, we'll make the same mistake as the Harmony did.
So, it's not you who manipulates the dreamscape with the Stellaron, but...
Well, that's where our conversation ends. Go ahead. The 107,336 souls of the Oak family have dreamed of this moment too many times.
What the f...
I shall ascend to the heavens, becoming the scorching sun, bathed in my light. My people shall flourish, while all evil shall be eradicated.